I'm back here with Lords of New York. So point-and-click adventure game, and it's not quite ready yet?
No, we're just in the beginning of development. My husband wrote the game engine from scratch, and he also wrote the 2D animation tool that we're using from scratch. So we have our own proprietary stuff, so we can do whatever we want with it.
So this is going to be for PC?
PC, Mac, and iOS. And hopefully some of the other platforms later on, like Android or Nintendo or whatever.
So I'm looking at some of the preliminary footage here. It looks like a what would you call that?
This is the dialogue, and the characters. You see it in a lot of games, like Professor Layton does kind of the same thing, where they're talking and they move in their mouths and stuff like that. But you can see we've used one flat picture, and then we shift them around. All we're doing is like stretching them, and it's just the same picture. It's frameless animation, has low memory usage, and that will allow us to do a lot more animation on the devices.
What is the story of the game? What are we doing?
You are playing one of three characters, and you are either working to rise to the top of the mafia or bring it down. So you got Vince, who's the captain in the mafia. He is that guy over there, and he's down here. He knows that there's a mole within the organization, but he doesn't know who it is, and he's trying to figure it out. That's his storyline. Everybody's got their own. Veronica and Tony are the moles. Veronica's a reporter. She's trying to get information about the mafia so she can write an article and become famous. And then Tony's an undercover FBI agent, and he's trying to get evidence to bring him to justice.
I noticed you got the striped suit and striped pants down as far as the graphics go.
Yes, I was very picky about how the people looked and what they were, whether they were authentic with their crazy short ties, and he had done the wrong type of suspenders. I made him change them to the button types and stuff like that. So I think the artist probably doesn't like me that much most of the time, but I want it to be very, you look at it and you know that they're from the 20s or something like that.
So you're playing as three characters. Are you going to switch between them, or do you choose who you want to play as in the beginning and play through their story?
You play through their whole story. You can. Someone suggested being able to pause in that character and switch to a different one and play their stories. That's a great idea. We might try to integrate that feature. But
I do that. I try to channel David Sedaris, trying to be a little more like, oh my God, and you go,
Do you have a target date?
We're hoping for, if we get we're on Kickstarter right now, so if we reach the funding for that, then we're hoping summer next year. And if we don't get the Kickstarter, then we'll keep working on the game. We'll either delay the schedule or shrink the features. Just depends on which one we want to do. But we're going to make the game no matter what happens, and because we love the characters, we love the stories.
When did you launch your Kickstarter? And for how much?
A week ago, and it's $295,000 because we need a lot of art assets. We need voice actors. We don't want people going to the same speakeasy every time they go out to play poker. So you need a lot of backgrounds, and Ed's hopefully going to do the backgrounds for us for all these places. So, and then a lot of programming time.
Yeah, voices is definitely a really big ambition for a small game. What did you want to do that from the beginning? Why were you dedicated to getting it fully voiced?
It's funny because somebody gave a comment that you never see voice acting in mobile games, and it never occurred to me not to have them. So I imagined them all along. I never expected not to have them. I don't know. I didn't realize it was a big thing or an expensive thing, but So with Dan doing it, he's got a very interesting voice, and we've had a bunch of people come up to us and give us cards, so it's been really cool.
Okay, well, thank you so much. It's the Lords of New York, hopefully coming out next summer.
Yes. LordsofNewYork.com. We have forums at lunchtimestudios.com, either one, but you can contact us from both sites.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. It was nice meeting you.
The mule.
It's really neat. It is. I like the bill. There's a nice style.